Hi everyone, welcome back to Nude Wellness, video number 7 today. If you're new here, hi, hello, I'm Celina. I'm based in Sydney, Australia, and this channel is all about manifesting and the law of assumption. Okay, today's video, should you obsessively say your affirmations or should you move into a state where you know it is done? So a couple questions that can kind of branch off from that is, but I thought you should be persisting with your affirmations and constantly saying your affirmations regardless of what you say in the 3D. I've heard teachers say that. Okay, that's one point. And the other one is knowing it is done. How do I do that? Another question would be does that mean letting go and detaching? I thought letting go was kind of like a law of attraction thing. And I've tried letting go in the past and it didn't work for me. I wasn't able to manifest. What do I do there? They were all these questions that were circling through my mind, and I'm sure a lot of people have the same questions. So the first thing that I want to say is a blanket statement to all of it is, like I've said in my previous videos, you make the rules. You get to decide how you manifest, okay? Plain and simple, you make the rules. Whether you want to say your affirmations all day, every day, whether you want to script, whether you want to visualize, do sats, whether you want to just decide and go, yep, that's mine, it's done. You get to decide how you manifest. Then my second thing that I would say is ask yourself what makes something obsessive. Okay, so you get to decide what obsessively affirming means. In my reality, obsessively saying my affirmations or vain affirming, as some people would like to say, that's not a thing. I can say my affirmations all day, every day if I want to, and that's not being obsessive. I have decided that. That's because we have 60,000 thoughts running through our head a day. And I don't get tired of thinking. I can't switch my thinking off. I'm always going to be thinking. So why wouldn't I want to think about things that I want? Why wouldn't I want to enjoy just thinking about my desires and going, yeah, that feels really good? And because it does, it feels great to think about your manifestations. When you are really thinking about having it, like it's already here, or you know you can get it, that feels really good. The icky part is when you're like, where is it? It's not happening. Oh my God, it's taking so long. Like I've done all this work and it hasn't manifested. That's when it starts to feel icky. Or when you were believing in the 3D and everything that is in front of your eyes and your current circumstances, that's when life gets hard. But when you keep shifting your focus back to the new story and back to the wanted thoughts, that's when things feel great. And I get it. We're human. I can have my human moments as well where I'm like, I feel overwhelmed. I feel exhausted by the 3D. Totally get that. But it's about having your human moment and coming back and going, no, this is the story that I want to believe, because things will shift for you. Particularly as a woman, if you have a menstrual cycle and you are PMSing, it can be hard when you're quite hormonal. You just want to cry oh, I feel so overwhelmed. What is wrong with me? Da 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 da. It's about breathing into that and being like, it's totally fine. It's okay. Even if you need to use a blanket statement of going everything in my life's okay. Last night, I had no idea why I was feeling so overwhelmed. This morning, I realized period time. That's why I felt really overwhelmed. So last night, I was crying to myself, crying. But in my head, I was still affirming. I was like, everything in my life is perfect. If I need to get these emotions out, go ahead. But everything in my life is perfect. Today, I feel so much better. So be easy on yourself, be kind to yourself, but essentially you make the rules. In my reality, there's no thing of obsessively affirming. People might say to you, well, isn't it delusional to be manifesting, or isn't it delusional to be thinking of things that aren't here yet? I mean, people worry about things all the time and they're doing the same thing as you, but doing the negative, doing the opposite. They are thinking of unwanted things, and that's totally okay. People worry all the time. That's a normal thing. I mean, I used to have imaginary arguments all the time in my head with people. I used to play out the worst case scenarios all the time, and I'm just not doing that anymore. I'm going to use all that energy, and instead of ruminating on stuff I don't want, I'm going to ruminate on stuff I do want. Simple as that. Just do the opposite. That's not delusional, because that's how things work. So just think of things that are wanted, and it's just enjoyable to do anyway. But that's a whole nother tangent in itself. But things will shift. Collect that evidence, test it, like I keep saying, and things will start to change for you. So you make the rules. There's no such thing as obsessively affirming in my reality. Okay, the only catch, and I'm going to say this for both, for affirming and kind of letting go or detaching or knowing it is done or whatever you want to call it. The only catch is that if you were saying your affirmations all day, every day, You cannot then start looking into the 3D, seeing if it is working, seeing if there is movement, and then you get upset with yourself going, well, I can't see anything. I can't see any movement. It's not working. Why is it taking so long? And then you're affirming that it's taking so long, it's not working, and that's what you will get. Your subconscious mind will be like, okay, so she wants this to take long, so it's going to be a lengthy process for her in regards to manifesting money, or it's just not going to manifest because you're like, it's not working, it's not manifesting. Okay, beautiful. Well, we're not going to manifest then. That are we? You can really overthink things, and it's really simple. Just believe in the process. It will happen. You are manifesting whether you want to or not. So just chill, like take a deep breath, do your affirmations, but don't be looking out into the 3D and checking. Like stop checking the 3D. It's a big no-no. And then I found myself, I was getting into this little, if you can't tell, I like to think a lot. I can be an overthinker with things, and I was overthinking manifesting. So what I would do was, I was doing this, again, I'll put in quotation marks, this work of manifesting. I was affirming all day, every day, because I really enjoyed that. But then I would get to this point where I was like, okay, so I've done all this work. Where is it? Where are my manifestations? I've said all my affirmations. I've been flipping every single thought. I've been doing sats. I've been doing everything. Where is it? Why is it taking so long? And essentially, I've just crossed out all the work that I've done, and I'm not living in the end because I'm still questioning where it is, and I'm looking into the 3D. So then I was like, I need to stop doing that. Okay, so that's for affirming. If you want to drop the subject, detach from it, know it is done, there's a couple ways you can do this. One, some people like to just decide going, okay, I'm getting $1,000. It's done. It's taken care of. I'm getting it. And that's it. They don't even think about it again. And they know it's done. They're like, yep, it's done. That's them knowing it is done, living in the end. Living in the end can also mean that every time that thought comes up, say you were manifesting a new job, you're going about your day, and then the thought of the new job pops up. You're like, oh gosh, it feels so good to know that's all taken care of. You'd be repeating that to yourself every time that thought comes up, and just feeling like just a sense of like relief and just relax. Like, oh wow, that's all taken care of. I'm so happy that's taken care of. And that's another way of knowing that it is done, living in the end. Or you could just be walking about your day and going like, oh, doesn't it feel good to be able to spend whatever I want to spend? I have so much money. Doesn't mean you have to do the action of spending all your money, but just knowing, feeling like this expansiveness and being like, yeah, I don't have to worry. I have heaps of money in my account. I have more money than I could ever spend. Like that's how much money I have. And kind of just feeling that, getting into that feeling state, as Neville Goddard likes to say, and just kind of feeling like a bit excited, like it's normal for you, but like it just feels good. Like I feel like all smiley thinking about it, whatever the feeling state is for you that you want to get into. So there are 3 ways of you being able to live in the end. So whether you want to, if you want to drop the subject, know it is done. Again, you cannot drop the subject and then be checking the 3D and seeing if there's movement or seeing if it is working, because essentially you're not living in the end. And again, you are just crossing out the work of you saying it's done, because it's not done, because you're looking for it. How can you look for something that you already have? Seriously, how can you look for something you already have? Okay, do not be checking the 3D. Simple as that. Whether you drop the subject or whether you're affirming, whatever it is, it's happening, and just believe it is happening. Okay. You can then do a mix of things. You get to decide, like I said, the rules. If you want to affirm for one topic, say money, you want to affirm all day for money. But when it comes to relationships, you want to be like, okay, it's done, it's taken care of. Or whether with money, one day you want to affirm all day, and then the next day you want to be like, yep, it's taken care of. I know it's done. Or maybe you want to do a combination of both. If you're manifesting money, you're like, okay, 15 minutes, I will do my affirmations in the morning and right before I go to bed. But everything else in between that, I'm just going to say to myself, it's done, it's taken care of. Gosh, that feels so good. It's taken care of. So you can do a combination of both. You can change things with each topic. You get to decide the rules. Okay. My only thing for you is, and I need to remind myself of this as well, stop looking into the 3D. Not that I'm looking into the 3D. I'm more, well, in a roundabout way I am, but I'm more so going like, well, I've done this work. Like I've done the work. Where is it? Stop with that as well. Even if you're not looking for like movement and you are not checking your bank account 24/7, if you're manifesting money, that small thought of, I've done this work. Where is it? I've done the affirmations, where is it? I've dropped the subject, where is it? That's enough for it to kind of like put a pause on things. So stop doing that as well. So if you like today's video, send me a message on Instagram. I would love to hear from you. It's been lovely to talk to people thus far. I'll leave my handles in the description box, and I will speak to you in the next video. Bye-bye.